Yeah, okay. So basically, y'all know that I'm mostly on Facebook, but of course, today somehow without any warning, I was not able to go live. So here on Facebook. So here I am on YouTube. But anyways, I find it very funny. This is crazy and very odd, right? I find it very interesting, right? That's a title of this live here, and I need to make sure I'm looking at the camera inside the little. Okay, that media. Okay, gets to share all this great content, all their, I mean, it gets to share all these news outlets and all this stuff, and you know, basically they get to highlight a lot of the things that are pretty much, what I mean, that we're not seeing out here, right? And when you're trying to share something with everybody and show something, what I mean, that's out there, that's happening, it's like we're not getting that spotlight, and we're not getting, we're not getting what we really need to get, right? So, anyways, my point is this. My point is that most of us are hooked on the mainstream media watching to see what's going to happen. It's almost like a show, right? You're like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Oh my God, they're after Joe Biden. Oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, this is, all right. But then, you know, journalists and other people that are showing you all things that are really actually happening are just being pushed away, are being blocked by the censorship and shadow banning of all these, Facebook, what do you call it, Instagram and all that stuff. So this, I find it very interesting and real, how everybody's paying attention more to the mainstream media on what's happening. And guess what? These social media, I guess, teams or whatever, they get to pick what can actually be, what is actually good for the people to see. Or I don't know, I can't understand it. You know what I mean? I really can't understand how this works. But basically, I went over all Facebook's terms and conditions, and I saw, basically, when I read all their policies and all that stuff, they're basically telling you that they have fully control over the social media, and that they have fully control, and they can decide whether it's good or it's not. All right. And if it's not, then they're going to flag you, they're going to cancel your account, they're going to do such things, and so forth. Okay. um you know, I'm back in YouTube now, so I'm going to be on YouTube because I basically canceled already on Facebook. We knew it was going to happen. I had told you. That means that the people that are really giving you real information, they're very scared about. It's like we're the biggest threat. And there's a lot of people out there that are really pouring a lot of great, good information and good intel, and actually sharing. I mean, everything that we're talking about, I guess, is a real potential threat to them, basically, somehow. Okay. My post was going to start with basically on Facebook before the account got blocked. Okay. It was going to start with, we must vote. You know what I mean? We must take this seriously and vote. That was the title of my post on on my Facebook account page. You know what I mean? My personal page. That's all I posted. And when I went live, all of a sudden it got stuck, and then it said that someone else had hacked into my account. And then I did the whole verification thing, which they got my email, they got everything going on, and all of a sudden now I can't go live. And I screenshotted the message, and I'm gonna post it on because I can post, I just can't go live on Facebook, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and post that screenshot so you guys can see how real it is. And basically, we're done with social media. Basically, we can't communicate. It's like almost being like robots, right? We got to do what they say. Well, it's communism, basically. You know what I mean? Social media communism, right? So these apps, I mean, Twitter. Everybody's like, I'm on Twitter. I'm gonna try Twitter. The only thing is that the live feature is really important for other things and sharing information, and many, let's say, many journalists use it a lot. I mean, they use it a lot. So basically, a person like me that talks, to my audience and basically shares some of my opinions, and of course, you should have freedom of speech, right? To say what you believe. If you believe this is red, then this is red. If you believe this is black, blue, this is blue, green, this is blue, whatever you believe. They shouldn't have no say so on what, needs to, but we have already gone through that conversation. So we can scratch it out, okay? Basically, this whole thing with also Twitter and, Elon Musk buying Twitter and all that stuff, guys, good luck on that. I'm going to tell you honestly what needs to happen, okay? What needs to happen, and it is happening, right? We are having this information where, now politics is talking about the border crisis, which I live in a border city. What's up, Carol? And honestly, you guys seen so much of the videos and what happens there and how people are getting in and how people are crossing and so forth, okay? But the thing is that they don't show it on TV. They don't show it on people to see how real it is. They just talk about it. So it's not going to do any good to not get the footage of all the journalists that we have out there that are showing you how, the real situation with the border crisis, the real situation with other issues that we have. There is no point. And this is the thing that the social media, Facebook, Twitter, and all these people, they will highlight what they want. Do you understand what I'm saying? They will highlight what they want. But if you were to actually drive and go down to the border, okay, and see the border crisis for what it is, okay, if you guys would just literally go and you would take video and you're like excited to share with everybody and saying, look at these liars. Let me prove to you how they are making everyone very, they're fooling everybody. They're playing everybody. You go up there, you're excited, you're sharing it, and guess what? They block your videos. They take away your content. They basically exclude it from all social media platforms. But then you have the mainstream media and these court hearings that I see. Okay, this is the most interesting thing, okay? Where they don't show any type of real evidence. There's tons of evidence out there. Tons of evidence of the border crisis. Explicit stuff. Propaganda, exactly. Explicit stuff that journalists have with them. That if we were to maybe buy off and premiere an actual movie of what's really happening with the border crisis and other issues, people will not even eat their popcorn. I'm serious. They will not even buy popcorn. They would be mortified. They would be like, oh my God, this is crazy. Somebody's got to stop it. They would be terrified. And especially, especially with these other issues that we have on top of it, right? We have many of them. So that is a thing that we're not able to. Everybody's been played like fools here, and everybody's on mainstream media. It's like that is the only thing that is allowed. That is the only thing that is allowed. What you guys are watching is a show. It's a circus show. Yeah, exactly. That is the only thing that is allowed, and that's reality. They will not allow you to see the reality of what's really happening out there. They won't, because they know it's dangerous, and they know these corrupted politicians people will start probably going after them quicker than anything. So in order for you all, since we cannot show you anymore and we cannot maybe even talk about it, right? God knows if they're going to nail this video later or not. But it's for y'all to wake up and see the exact reality that we're living in right now, honestly. The main reality that we're living in, and how they are basically just taking away the truth from people's eyes, which we the people are working on another type of way to engage, okay? Engage with the rest of the masses out there. Because obviously they took control over this. Okay, they took control over this. And when I'm reading Facebook's policies about how they're gonna, I took the time to read over their stupid policies because number one, I had no violations whatsoever. That was it's a new account, but they ended up restricting me from going live there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, great. I guess I might be saying something right. I guess I'm nailing things there because they're really concerned about me speaking on Facebook. So it makes me wonder a little bit more like, what are you guys really up to, man? Like, really, honestly, what are you guys hiding? What are you trying to hide? You know, what are you trying to hide? Now, us, the people, we're just like, what in the world is going on with these, with these people? You're not violating rules. You're not doing anything but just speaking. And it's your God-given freedom of speech to speak out. But Facebook, in other words, and their policies, okay, also say that if they feel that it's misinformation or they feel that anything tickles them, you know what I mean, they can automatically block it. And I think the same, I'm not sure about, this one here, but it's like Nino said on his last podcast, because, I've listened to it. And he says, I'm worried about them knocking down my YouTube page and we cannot go to Rumble and other stuff because look at it. Everybody is on either YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. And let's be realistic about it. That's why when Mr. Donald Trump came up with Truth Social, I was like, why in the world didn't you put this live feature on that social app? Why? Why didn't you? That is my question. And if someone can ask Donald Trump for me, that would be very great. If you have his email and contact him, maybe you all should email him and ask him, why haven't you gotten the live feature on Truth Social? What's going on? That tells me right there, honestly, that tells me right there that they don't want to put it in there because there is so much information that we can show people, that we can talk about, that they are very, very concerned and very scared of. You know what I'm saying? They're practically very, very scared and afraid that might go all over and, and that's what it is. So they have controlled all social media platforms, basically. They have power and control over all of them, because it rings a big bell, guys. If the mainstream media is just showing their own side and on social media accounts, if the mainstream media remains on there, like K-Fox and, all these other ones that we see, then that is a problem. That is a big issue because they're allowing them and they're all in connection and they know what they got to say and they got to talk about. They're coordinated. That gives me the thing that it gives me like the feeling that they're all in coordination. All these outlets are coordinated with each other. They know what they got to say. And if they know that there's a new media outlet coming out, they'll shut them down. They won't let them even come out. Basically, they're all coordinated. They're all basically coordinated. So that gives me more, if that was the case, because let's scratch that off. If that really didn't happen right now, you'd be having tons of information out there on Facebook revolving, videos of the border crisis. Look at Anthony Aguero. He gave you so many videos, guys. He had so much stuff in there. It's like Frank, he told me I have literally like tons and tons of video right there. I was like, keep it. Maybe they're going to be useful later. You know what I'm saying? Don't destroy it. I was like, save copies of all that stuff. I told him straight out, like, you better save copies, Anthony, because basically when it's time to, premiere it on our own movie theaters, that's when it's going to be interesting. That's when people are going to be like, oh, wow. So this is what you all let by and this is what you all did to our country, right? And basically you have all these court hearings and everything, and none of it, all these, live, meetings of these politicians and so forth, and they're not showing absolutely anything. There is no footage. There's nothing. There's a thing, right, that people need evidence. They need to see the evidence, and that is the most crucial thing when the people start seeing the real evidence of things. But they don't want it. They don't want the evidence. You know what I mean? They don't want it. They don't want it. They want to talk about it in their own way of speaking about it, but they don't want you people to see the real border crisis and the real stuff that's going behind the curtains and real TV. They don't want it. That's why a lot of the what do you call it, journalists are losing this battle. You know what I mean? They're losing it because they're not taking our footage, they're not taking our videos. Imagine they go out there and they need their gas money, they need their food, they need all this stuff. They're going out there working so hard to give you all, here it is. You don't even have to go through a trial. Why don't you present those videos in our court system? Why doesn't the governor of Texas see all the stuff that's happening and says that, you know what, we need to make this public. We need to show the real border crisis. Those are my questions. You think he does not know about it? Okay? This is what I think day and night. And I'm just like, out of all the videos that we have out there from journalists, okay? And listen, maybe if you're a journalist, this is what you got to do. You guys got to get more clever, okay? Y'all got to email, attach that video, send the print, okay? A back print that you send it to the governor directly and, to everybody, right? The state attorney general, whatever it is. You send it out, okay, in print. Take a video of it, okay? And you never got a response back. You never got a response back. They didn't do anything about it. That's what needs to be done. People need to get more clever and show others. Check it out. This is what I did. I sent him this video. I ain't getting no response. I ain't getting nothing from him. The same way with all the news media outlets and everything. I send it. I have a print. I have a copy that I did this. You know what I mean? I send it to their, to their department. I emailed this. Okay, and it's not on national TV. It's not a big issue. Okay, so that's the thing. That's the thing that we need to get a little bit more. And I'm talking to journalists out there. Y'all need to get a little bit more smarter. That way we have those videos and we show it to the rest of the public. And you want to put a movie theater in downtown and put up a big screen, man, and put all that stuff up, and you're going to see what's going to happen. You're going to see what's going to happen. Go show it somewhere else. Premiere it, in front of your block, wherever you want to do it. And do it. Try sending it to Newsmax. And, I heard Newsmax is about the same. I'm not sure. They only pick up stories that they want. But, yeah, you can try doing that. I've heard some other stories of Newsmax, but I don't know if they're true or not, right? But, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe send it to Newsmax and see if they'll pick it up. But eventually, we had our congresswoman here from the city, okay, Veronica Escobar, talking about, she's saying that there is no border crisis, and she keeps saying the same thing that that we are. What did she say? That we are just doing we're doing a drama theater. We're doing this. We're being dramatic about things. Yeah, you know what, Anthony? Go ahead and send her all those videos, bro. I think you need to go ahead and tag her with all those videos. Well, I think you already tried tagging her. Why don't you send him and email him and send them out to her and see what she does? I think she needs to see all those videos. But she's not going to care anyways, right? Because basically, we already know what's happening. So these people go through your social media pages. Facebook is the easiest to tackle. I guess they do it from a phone call or something, because I was going to post about how important it is to vote these upcoming midterm elections, right? They're so important. That was the title of my post in my own personal account. It wasn't even on the public account. So I was just like, man, as soon as I said, I pressed the go live button, this thing froze. It went weird. It told me that somebody had hacked my account and made me go through all the security checks. I went through them all and I'm still blocked. So I don't have no violations. None of it. I did email them and I said, what's going on with this? I have no violation whatsoever, but you know what's going to happen? They're going to find a violation. They're going to make a violation. That's what they're going to do. They're going to make it. So that's Facebook for you, of course. And to be honest with you, Twitter, why didn't Elon Musk buy Facebook? How potential is Facebook than Twitter? How stronger is Facebook than Twitter or Instagram or YouTube? What makes YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook so special and so good? Let's say it again so people can, is what? The live feature. The live. The real time, where we could go out there and show you if there's a problem in real time what's happening, unedited, raw, versus what the news media is going to show and is going to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? So now if they're able to block you from going live, then that tells you that they know that you're such a threat, you know what I mean, that you're going to share information that they don't want you to talk about or share, and they're just going to, and that's to prove to you, to everybody in the whole audience, just so you all know, you know, that these people are more scared or more afraid with a simple person that can speak out, okay? But speak out, you know, freedom of speech, okay? They're more scared about that, you know, than mainstream media putting their little show, the little circus show, their little, you know, their little hype show, okay? And that's basically, honestly, the truth, guys. I don't know how else to put it to anybody, but, you know, that's what's happening. And it's going to continue, right? Until we find a solution ourselves. Truth Social, you know, Mr. Donald Trump, get on that live app. I mean, get on that live feature. Get on it. The minute you do it, I guarantee you it'll be done. If Elon Musk would have bought Facebook, that's it. If it would have been real that all the censorship would have been done with, that would have been it. No, but he picked Twitter. Come on, Twitter. Please. How are you going to engage with an audience? You know what I mean? Or how can you go on a live time and engage with thousands and thousands of people at once through Twitter? Or maybe hundreds of thousands. No, you can't. But if you go on, if you would have bought Facebook or YouTube or one of these other social media, of course, guess what? They come up with a great live feature. And not only that, it's better and it's quicker. They knew which app, I mean, they knew you know, what to pick. He knew that he had to pick Twitter. He must have known. I mean, Facebook, or else he would have developed another app himself, like I said in my other live there in Facebook, that would have been exactly the same thing as Facebook, if even better. He would have competed with Facebook. He would have crushed Facebook. And that would have been the end of Facebook. And we would have had a live feature. And if it was so much of his heart and his kindness to open up and end up censorship, then we would have right now had tons of information floating in the air. You know, the whole entire population in America would be woken right now. They would be like, oh my God, this is real. This is happening. You know, these journalists are pouring it all in. You know, man, they're starting to get more of the spotlight of the mainstream media. That's the truth, because they will lose credibility like that. Quick. They will lose credibility. Mainstream media will lose so much credibility super quick. None of their big offices will be compared to a journalist that takes his camera over there, that goes out there, goes straight to the problem and asks and says, hey, what's going on with this? You know what I mean? What's up with this issue? Look at everything. Look at the border crisis. Look how many people are crossing through this area. Look at what's happening. Look how this is done. Oh, the governor doesn't know anything about it. Oh, he's doing it all he can. You know what I mean? See what I mean? That's not going to happen, guys, okay? Keep in mind, it's not going to happen, and it's never going to happen. You know, we are pretty much going to have to concentrate on, you know, what's coming, because what's coming now is the biggest crisis of all, and the biggest, you know, the balloon's going to pop with the inflation. There ain't going to be no Donald Trump saving the day, right? You know, this year or next year or anything like that. There is not going to be anybody else saving the day. Okay, if this old man of Joe Biden cannot continue, you know what I mean, he can't run this country, we know that for a fact, then they're going to basically put Kamala in charge. And that's the way I'm looking at it. All the mainstream media is pointing the direction of removing Joe, going attacking Joe. That's what they're doing. Okay, and when all the mainstream media starts to praise, to go against Joe and now the Biden and everybody in that administration, is because something's going up. Something's steering up. Some of y'all are arguing about, oh, things are going to, oh, it's because now it's going to be, we're going to win this, we're going to do this, and now things are turning in our favor. I say, y'all still trusting the system? You all are still trusting the system. When not even a person on social media can talk just the way we're talking right here. Me and you, real live time chat. You know what I mean? Talk. And they're still nailing us through our social media accounts, and you believe in what the mainstream media is saying because that's all you can see on your social media accounts. But you can't see this video or the videos on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram Live. You cannot see none of those videos, but you can see the mainstream media going at it. I find that crazy and unbelievable. Fabulous Facebook with all their policies. You know what I mean? We got to think and we got to pray for a bigger solution, a better solution. We cannot build a new app, not even with billions of dollars in our hands. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because Google is the one who allows those apps to happen. And guess who Google's working for? Right? Guess who Google works for? Okay? You still has to be good. That app, if you build an app and you put it on you got to put it on the market. You got to put it on marketplace. On the app marketplace, you know what I mean? And it's not you're not gonna be able to reach anyone. You know what I'm saying? Because basically you have to go through Google. You got to list it there. And guess who controls Google? Yes, you took a guess. Yeah, y'all taking some great guesses. Okay. I want to get on Truth Social, but can't because I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android. So unfair. Are you serious? I didn't even know that. By the way, I do have an iPhone, guys. That is crazy. I didn't even know that. So hold on. They make up Truth Social for just Apple devices, iOS. Well, that's freaking unbelievable. Godly. I didn't even know that, guys, honestly. I did get accepted after a while, man. It took me a while to get in there, but there's nothing special about it, let me tell you. There's nothing special about it. I think Twitter's doing better than Truth Social, honestly. I mean, those of y'all who have Truth Social already can relate and can talk about it. I haven't seen anything very spectacular about Truth Social, honestly, and I haven't seen the buzz going around, so you're not missing out on anything, okay? You're absolutely not missing out on anything, so don't worry about it. It's all good. But anyways, guys, look, I'm going to be going through these YouTube Lives now until, I guess, I don't know. I've seen Nino go out there for a long time. David Rodriguez has been out there on the YouTube platform more than Facebook. And that's why he left Facebook and Instagram, because he saw that he was being tackled and all he has left is the YouTube account. But he says, I'm already I feel like they might take my account down. And what's going to happen? Are we going to be able to go to Rumble and all these things? Like, people are not there. You're not going to reach anyone. That is the thing, okay? So, hopefully God gives us a solution on how to connect with each other even better. I mean, till now we got to use what we have, and that's about it. Thank you guys for always being a part of my lives and videos and all that, and just make sure that you tune into YouTube. I don't know how long I'm going to be blocked on Facebook for no reason, okay? But I will make a video about, and I will show you the emails that I respond to them, and I will make it a bigger deal so I can make it as a video and maybe share it with y'all, message it, I don't know, put it on a website. Basically, I don't know. But we'll do something about it. I mean, there's the proof, so I can show more people out here when I talk to them. I'm like, you hold on. You still don't believe that Facebook is censoring and shadow banning and closing your accounts and canceling just because you have all simple. it's all a simple talk. You know, I'm not even showing you guys, because y'all know I have production and I have a setup to actually show you other videos. I have programs that are just amazing, right? That I can just show you in more depth other videos and other things that are happening, and using other content to show you. I'm not even violating none of that. I'm not even using anything, basically, but my own voice. That's all I'm doing. Just my own voice. Simple as that. That's all I'm doing, guys. A simple voice can be the biggest threat, okay, to a social media platform. That's incredible. That's incredible. I've never in my whole entire life would have imagined that it would come to be like this. Not even with you talking on a simple live to your audience, it would be such a threat for these social media platforms, such as Facebook. Okay? But let's try YouTube. Let's see what happens here and how far. I'm pretty sure, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to have a longer, a good time here without getting. Maybe I'm going to have to create a new YouTube channel, basically, because I did get flagged once on this account just for one video. Okay, and that's the video I did with Kim Clement and the rest of them, where I talked about, this whole corruption, you know what I mean? This whole shadow government and all that stuff that is still, I think the video's still there. They tried to take it down, but they didn't. Everything that I have for is licensed for, guys. Excuse me. It's paid for. Okay? So I don't have to worry about that. Everything I have here, I don't go out there ripping off people's music. No. I have licensing for it. Okay, that's my work. That's what I do as a cinematographer. You know what I mean? I have to make sure everything's licensed, and that's the way to do it. You don't go out there and start ripping off people's stuff. You know what I mean? You have license, and if it's not yours, then, you either got to put it out there that, this is not my content. I'm just showing it, and I'm not monetizing it, and period. Okay? And I'm not even using any of the social media pages for monetization or anything like that. This is very stupid and ridiculous, of these people. But obviously, some people are a bigger threat than others. I don't know. Maybe it's what I say. Maybe it's what I share. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out later. Somehow, right? Take care, y'all. I'll see you. I got to get back to work. Just wanted to show you all I'm going to be here on YouTube. And might create another YouTube channel because, like I said, this one has been flagged already as well. So look out for that. I'll give you guys the new name or whatever, and we're going to start from scratch. I don't care. But I'm not going to stop, my freedom of speech. My freedom of speech is going to be honored. If they don't want to honor it, that's fine. I'm going to keep trying until we beat this. And all the records are there. Okay? By the way, I save them. I got tons of hard drives, okay, to save them. So one day they can't say it didn't happen. So one day the children's, what? As a matter of fact, you all should start even photocopying and doing all that stuff. And maybe we got to do it like old times, man. We got to go there and dig all that information somewhere safe, or maybe in the next generation they'd be able to undig it and see the truth about what we went through in this era, in this time, all right? Because that's how we found so many things before. That's how we found so many hidden things before, right? Archaeologists started to find a lot of things and so forth. And it's going to continue. And it's going to continue. Maybe, put all your information here. Put everything that happened here. You know what I'm saying? Record it, put it in there, and store it in a safe place where maybe someday the future generation might see it. That's all I can tell you. Bertha, love you too, sister. Prayers for everybody. Yes, and prayers for me, please. And God bless you all, right? I'll see you soon. And okay, this is how you stop this video, okay?